Have you ever been the face, been the object of someone's hate? Like you stood all alone, have you?
Balls, or well, they've got teddies on them, and they've got like the foam round, and they're supposed to catch all the hairs out of the washing, and that they were free. You got 6 of them, and they were free with your order. So that's them. I've used them, and they do catch a bit of hair, but they don't catch it all. The second thing in my order, hopefully I'll get through this without any fuss from you know who, now that she's got a toy to play with. And she's not going to like me for this, because I've got her thing for around her mouth, because she's got a nasty habit of picking things up off the ground and eating them, and ending up with diarrhea and sickness, and you name it, she gets it. And there's no way I've found to stop her picking it up, because she is a bit of a scavenger. So I'm going to start putting this on her. Hopefully it will work. Now the price, I did have the price on it somewhere. Oh, and trust me not to be able to find the price. And she's after some more of my stuff. Let's have a look. I did kind of write it on the bit with a marker that comes off easy, but I'm not able to find that. But it was only £3 something, I think. No, oh yes, here's the bag. £4.94 it was. So if it works, fingers crossed, I'll be putting that on her when I go out next. Right. One of the things I bought, because I like dressing up, and I've got some pink clothes that this would have gone really nice with, but it doesn't fit me, and it is this. A nice corset, but it barely goes to there, and it's supposed to be my size. So I got a refund on that, which was £6. £6.09. Is it? No. Yes, £6.09. Oh no, £6.29. I mean, it's lovely, but unfortunately I'm not going to be able to use it, so I'm going to have to sell it to somebody that can. Right, the next thing I bought, because I'm trying to keep my hair long, were all these hairbands. I think there's about 40 hairbands, and they were £1 each. All the nice colours they are. Right, I bought some straps for my pendants, and they were only 89p, and you get 10. But I've made a lot of pendants with my resin lately, so they're going to come in handy. Right, and I bought a pair of folding up scissors. These come in handy. I carry these around in my handbag, because you're always needing a pair of scissors while you're out and never have them. So these come out and they're good strong scissors, and when you're finished you just put them away, and they were 89p, so they were a good purchase. And I got some Q-tips. Well, they're not Q-tips, but they're like Q-tips, and they were 44p. Right, and because I do a lot of crafting, I make rings and other things that are tiny, so I got some of these little containers to put rings in, and that one came on its own. I don't know how much that was, but I got 20 for 88p. That one I bought to see how strong they were, and then I bought the 20, so they will come in handy. And this is the mould for a stand for plates and maybe photographs that you haven't got the back stand for, and that was 68p, and I've already made one and came out quite nice. And here is another mould for, I mean, you could actually make guitar things. You can't remember what they are, but they pluck the strings. So you could make them in this, but they've got the things to make them into pendants or earrings, and that was 89p. And this is a mould to make tiny little gems. I might make some of them this afternoon because I'm sure I've got a use for them. And that was 89p. I went on they offered me everything under 99p, so I got quite a lot of daft little things. Like this mould, I won't be able to use UV resin in it because it won't cure on the back, but it's for Dad, so that's nice, and that was 98p. And I got a little lizard or newt or whatever they call them, and that was 98p. Again, I won't be able to use the UV resin in that one because it won't be able to shine through. I've got quite a few of the pink little moulds, and this one was free, and I've already got one and made a couple of them, a little hummingbird, and I'm making brooches out of them because I've got the little backs for them to pin to people's clothing. So that's nice, especially being free. And this one is a stag, and this one cost 88p. And the last of the pink moulds, mushrooms or toadstools, whatever you like to call them, and that one was 88p. Right, I've got a few more moulds here. This one to make some fancy earrings, 68p. I mean, I've just wrote the prices on the back where the packages have gone missing, and it'll just wash off quite easily. And this mould is for seagulls. There's a Pomeranian, a lizard, a penguin, a squirrel, a frog, a snail, and 2 birds, one just sitting and one flying. And that was 89 pence. So, good purchase. Right, and I'm not sure about this one because I can't find it anywhere. So I think it might have been a freebie. It's got the orange segment for mould and all the other tiny little bits. So I look forward to using that. Little semicircles. So that'll be going into my craft room. And the last, I think, of the moulds, this was £3.48, and it makes the bigger cogs. I mean, you can get the bags of cogs from Temu that are silver or brass or gold, or the antique colours, but you don't get necessarily get the bigger ones, so this will come in handy. And this was £3.48. Right, that was the last of the moulds. And to go with the moulds, this is the last time I'll be buying this from Temu, because I've put in an order from Amazon for a bigger amount to come monthly, and it's the resin for making these things in the moulds, the A part and the B part, and this was £13.94, and you get a couple of little mixing containers. You get gloves, and you get little finger pokes to put on your fingers if you don't necessarily want to wear the full glove. And you get a couple of lolly sticks to stir, and you get the little pipettes if you've got a delicate thing that you want to put the resin into, which I use quite often when I'm making the jewellery. And that was £13.94. So I'll be using some of that this afternoon. Right, and even though I've got a dog, these are not for the dog. These are for my crafting table. They come in really handy, and it's the doggy pads that keep me from making a mess of the table. I mean, I've already made a mess of my table, but this will stop it getting worse. And these were £6.78, and I think there's 20 in there. 3, 4, 6, 10. Yes, there's 20 in there, so they'll keep me going for a while. I did have some, but I've lost them in amongst the craft room somewhere. Everything's a mess in there at the moment. Right, I've got some fancy orange earrings to go with my orange outfits. And that's these, which are quite nice. And these were 87 pence. So again, I got these on the under 99 pence deal. You can do quite well if you need little bits and pieces for your crafting when you get the under 99 pence deal. It's quite good. Right, and this was a bit of a failure. I got a storage bag, and it was supposed to be a big storage bag. I mean, it said on the advert, it said on the the bag that it came in. It's supposed to be for your quilts, to store your winter quilts. But I don't think I'm going to get a quilt in this. It's a little bit too small. And this was 98 pence. But if it says it's for a quilt, it should come to fit a quilt. So yes, a little bit disappointing there. I mean, this was about 4 different orders. They keep at you, don't they, to order more. Now this feels absolutely gorgeous, and it's the only bit of clothing that I've bought this time, and it is a houndstooth dress, size 16. Oh, it feels absolutely gorgeous. It's a bit thicker than some of the clothing I've had recently, so that's nice. Let's have a look, see what it's made of. If I can find the label, it'll be in here somewhere. Right, it's 95% polyester and 5% elastane. But it's definitely thicker than the other ones of the same mix. Wow, that'd be nice to wear. And I've got a houndstooth hat that I can put on when I'm wearing it. It's got a good length to it as well. I mean, it'll go to just below my knee, so that's nice. Now then, anything else? Oh yes, I got this. And this is when I go out and I leave Lily, my dog, at home, I want to be able to see what she's up to. So I bought one of these, which will follow her around. Even if she goes directly underneath it, it'll catch her. So that's absolutely brilliant. And that was 11.28. I definitely look forward to using that. I mean, it's a screw-in one, so I'll have to change the thing on the ceiling so that I can put the screw-in one on the ceiling. Of course, it won't be my kitchen, it'll have to be my hallway. But it'll still catch it because it's a very small kitchen. It's in a small L shape, but she tends to stay where our bed is, right at the back corner, and she'll lay on the carpet as well near the door, front door. I'm not getting that on straight, but I think that was my Temu haul finished, and hopefully you've enjoyed watching, and I will see you very soon with a craft. Okay, love to everybody. See you soon.